So, Happy New Year 2025. 1,000 years of darkness. Year 5 coming at you. Yo, DJ, spin that shit.
Get up on it, you fucking bitch!
There is no one greater than Jesus Christ of Nazareth ever to exist on the face of this planet. I belong to that Jesus. I fear no one, and I fear nothing. Understand?
Alright, seriously, folks. Happy New Year 2025. Hope everybody had a good time. Hope everybody had a good New Year. Hope everybody's safe and happy going on with life. Unfortunately, there are some people who didn't quite make it. Here we are again. God damn it. Now, I mean, what is there really to say about it? A lot of people died. It's very, very sad. Some very, very sick individuals, you know, did bad things. And what do we know about it? Well, dude drove a truck through a crowd of people. Been here before. Or was it? I don't know. There was one year where like 3 or 4 fucking trucks went plowing through people's. I think it happened in like France. It might have happened here. I don't even remember. I think there was something that happened here. So, you know, we've been here before. Dude drove a truck through a crowd of people and then got out and was going to start shooting and was removed from the equation. And then a guy drives a Cybertruck up to the Trump Hotel in Vegas, and it shit ton of fireworks and accelerant goes off in the back. I don't think anybody was killed in Vegas. I think there were some people that was hurt. I don't think anybody was killed. I didn't hear that anybody was killed there. And last I heard, it was like 10 people dead and like 50 people hurt at the truck thing. What are we looking at so far? As it stands so far, we got a dude with an ISIS flag in the truck and another guy who parked a Tesla Cybertruck outside of Trump International Hotel and blew up a bunch of shit in the back. So, I mean, I don't know. He could have just wanted to make a statement, but whatever statement he wanted to make, the statement was, I don't like Elon Musk or Donald Trump. Like, at the end of the day, no matter what the statement was, maybe he was like, oh, I'm just super jazzed that Donald Trump won, and I'm so happy that Elon builds great trucks. I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't hurt, or it doesn't help, rather, that he was, you know, found to have killed himself. So, here we are. We got a guy that no matter what his reasons, wanted to kill a whole lot of people celebrating. And another guy who, for whatever his reasons, made a very specific political statement. So, like, now, I'm not entirely sure if the guy who blew up the Cybertruck really wanted to kill and maim and hurt people. Like, I don't think that was his goal, because if he wanted to do that, from what I have heard, he is like a Green Beret. I think he's like currently active duty Green Beret. So like, he certainly could have come up with something more impressive than a shit ton of fireworks in the back, in the trunk, with a bunch of gasoline cans and stuff like that. Like, he could have come up with something a lot more flashy than that. So I'm not entirely sure if his idea was, I want to collapse the fucking building. I think he literally just wanted to make a very specific political statement and didn't want to deal with the consequences of it. Fair enough. That's a cowardly way out. It's kind of, sad the state of Biden's military. But, whatever. It is what it is. It's sad. It's what it is. It's fucking sad. This is unfortunate on so many levels. But am I surprised? Do I look surprised? Am I shocked? Am I sitting here going, oh, I can't believe this happened? No. Because it was months before Joe Biden was even nominated as the nominee to be the nominee for president, that I said, if any of these Democrats win, we're going to go through 1,000 years of darkness. And I meant Gavin Newsom, I meant Buttigieg, I meant Kamala, I meant all of them, every fucking one of them. Amy Klobuchar, sure, yeah, 1,000 years of darkness. Joe Biden, yeah, 1,000 years of darkness. Fucking Bernie Sanders, 1,000 years of darkness. Like, no matter who it was, I said, if any of these motherfuckers becomes president, it'll be 1,000 years of darkness. And we will have to claw a bloody path through the world to get through it and out of it. I didn't give a shit. Didn't matter to me. And I believe that I was right. I believe I was right to a degree. Will it be 1,000 years? Nah, I don't really think so. It's just dramatic fun. But, it's gonna be a while. And here we are. Year number 5 begins today, motherfucker. And started with truck driving through a crowd, and a dude blew up a fucking Cybertruck in front of a Trump building. So, here we are. I mean, hey, look, I don't know what to blame. Obviously, I blame the people who did the thing, because it's their fault. Like, they made the choice to do the thing, and there we are. Like, that's whose fault it is, ultimately. But what pushed these people to that? Boy, I don't know. Could it have maybe been the last fucking year? Could it have been maybe the last fucking 4 years? Could it have been maybe the last 10 years? 15? Like, I can stretch back a long fucking time to find people who've been amping motherfuckers up. I mean, shit, in my lifetime, I remember it really starting with W. He was the one who really whipped up fervor so that he could go into Iraq. And that was when people really started to, like, turn on each other. You know what I mean? Like, we were all kind of getting along very well. And then we started to kind of turn on each other. 9/11 was a motherfucker. You know? Like, we were all really getting along. And then we started to kind of divide. And it was, at first, you know, us and the Arabs, right? And that was bad times. Had a lot of fucking crazy shit going on. But, you know, we were at war. That shit happens. And so we got through it. And then Obama. And then it was us and the black people and the Arabs. And it was like, alright, this isn't good. This isn't good. And then at the end of Obama, it was like, okay, so now it's us and the black people and the Arabs. And the gay people, the lesbians, the binary, the non-binaries, the transgender, the spirit kin, women, fucking Asian, Latina, Latinx, fucking all. And it was like, what happened? Like, I got it when it became us against the Arabs, because, you know, oh, those Arabs. And I got it when it was us against black people, because black people were pissed and just decided to fucking break away from us and become their own thing. And we were all kind of like, what? What? But when everybody else said, oh, well, the black people are out, fuck it, I'm out too. And everybody just went and joined groups. All these little groups. And it was like, depending on which group you were in, you were in a part of a broader group. And depending on that broader group, you were in a part of an even broader group. But nobody cares anymore about the broadest group of all that we're a part of. Fucking humanity. Nobody gives a shit about that. No, we used to care about that back in the 90s. We were all just kind of humanity. Like, look, at the end of the day, I always thought it was crazy when people said that 9/11 was an inside job, that the Americans set it up, that Bush government set it up, and this whole thing. And I said, no. So that's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. I'm sorry. Everything pointed to, yeah, this kind of happened the way it played out. But as time goes on, I still don't think the U.S. did it. I don't think teams of demolition experts went in there and wired the whole fuck up. No. I don't buy that shit for a second. However, it wouldn't fucking surprise me if at the end of the day, we paid for it. You know what I mean? We enabled it to happen. Somehow. We just kind of ignored things and just let it happen. Hey, you know, the security at airports is really kind of shit. Hey, we'll let the government handle that. The government kind of goes, hey, it's kind of shit. Maybe for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if we just kind of sat back. Like, we knew this was going to happen, and we just kind of went, And I'm starting to think that way. That, like, yeah, that seems rational to me. No. That didn't seem rational to me. Fucking at all. Now, it seems pretty rational to me. Entirely possible. I could buy that. Because now we're here. Like, we were all getting along. And I don't even understand why people thought that was dangerous. Like, we were all getting along. Everybody was getting along and ignoring everything that the government was doing. Clearly. And they could have just let us continue to get along? Of course not. Because how are the Democrats ever going to win? They, like, the British are fucking weird. They do shit weird ways. And one of the weird things that they do in their government, as far as I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that, like, to become the top muckety muck, the prime minister, whatever the fuck, the biggest big guy in the government, the effective president, right? To become that guy, you have to, like, kind of get voted in, but there's like 50 fucking parties, so each party gets a percentage, and nobody ever gets like 51%, so nobody's ever like, fuck you, I'm in charge, you know? So, like, you gotta kind of go, okay, well, we get like 20%, and this other group, they are getting like 20%, and then we just gotta find another group that gets like 11%, and then we'll form a coalition government. Us three groups will all kind of join together and make it happen. Right? And where was I even fucking going?
I forgot to add context.
Alright, look, fuck me. I'd have to go back and watch the video to find out what the hell I was talking about in the first place. I really wish I could remember where I was going with that. Now that I've explained it so beautifully. Anyways, shit. Perhaps I'll figure it out. What was I going on with? Ow! Why the Democrats need us to be fucking separated? Because they have to form little coalitions. They gotta go, we're gonna get the women, and we're gonna get the black women, and they're gonna bring a bunch of black men, and the white women will bring a bunch of white men, and then we'll get the Latinkses, and then we'll get, you know, the people who hate that we call them Latinkses, because, you know, we gotta get some of them with the Latinkses. And you know, we'll scrabble together this little racist fucking, you know, conglomerate government that will do nothing but piss people off. Right? So they need to have 50 little groups. But we certainly can't have 50 little political groups. Oh, fuck that. No. 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 We need to have the people fractured, broken up. That's why they pull the race shit. That's why they pull the, oh, you're LGBTQ, fuck. That's why we have 5,000. That's why we have an infinite number of groups. We have as many groups as we have genders to provide for. Here we are. Effectively now, in two little groups. We have two little coalition groups, right? We've got all of the black people who really, at the end of the day, just want to get paid and don't give a fuck. We've got a whole bunch of white people who really, at the end of the day, just really just don't want to fucking, like, have any control over. They want to be slaves. We got white people that want to be slaves. We got black people who want to be slave owners. And we've got Latin people who want to fucking race cars in the middle of the night in the intersections. And we've got the gay people who want to yell at people, and we've got the women who want to murder their babies, and we've got the fucking just all these, you know, wild little groups. And then over here on the right, we've got white people and black people, a lot more black people, and a lot more Latino people, not Latinx people. We've got all the Latinos. And we've got like a bunch of Asian people. We've got pretty much all the Jews. And right? And the thing that bonds all of these people together is we want to be fucking left alone to live our fucking lives, raise our fucking kids if we choose to have them, and fuck off. That's it. That's what this group wants. This other group, right, wants this group to die so that they can burn everything down. Right? And now whichever group you're in, if you said, well, I'm in this group, right, and I want to just be left alone, but at the same time, I really kind of want the other group to all die so that, you know, we can burn it all down. Well, see, that kind of means you're not in this group, you're in that group. Right? And if you're in this group, and you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't really want everybody to die just so I can fucking burn everything down. I just kind of want things to be changed so that, you know, I can go on being ignored and living my life too. And the sad thing is, like, those people, they're in the middle of that scrum of fucking crazy. And they can't get out to the fringes. It happens every once in a while. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people. Amber Rose or something like that. Some chick came out and she was like, you know, I was a big fucking lefty. And then I was like talking to my dad, and my dad said, you should actually like read things. And she went, so I said, fuck it. And I went and read shit. And then I was like, ugh. And now I'm a Trump supporter. Vote Trump 2024. And so, you know, like every once in a while they squeeze, you know, it's the Grand Moff Tarkin thing. The tighter you grip your hands, the more little people squeeze out. So we had some people squeezing out here and there, not nearly enough, but there's still a lot of people in the middle that really think that they're on the side that just wants to be ultimately at the end of the day left alone. But the problem is, they're not. And they can't see the other side to go, oh shit, actually I belong over there. Because this side will kill them before they leave. It's a crazy fucking thing. But nevertheless, that's kind of where we are. And you got me in the middle. I'm just here to kind of document it and kind of, you know, look at it and go, oh, this is fucking like, this is history. You realize that we are living in big times right now. Like, we are living in Civil War-esque times. We are living in Revolutionary War-esque times. We are living in, you know, Constantinople. Or, you know, well, yeah, we're living in Constantinople, and it's about to become Istanbul. You know what I mean? Like, we are living in major historic times. Like, kids 30 years from now are going to be studying about this time period in fucking grade school. The crazy years, or 1,000 years of darkness. 1K YOD, baby. 1K Yod. Right? Make it cool for the kids. 1K Yod. Right? We study Y2K. 1K Yod. 1,000 years of darkness. That's where we are. And this is how year 5 begins. There it is. So, I mean, I guess I really don't have much else. I mean, as far as I am aware, that is all that we know. And Like, honestly, at this point, I don't even really care anything else about it. Like, what else do you need to know? You need to know the guy's motivation? Well, he drove a Tesla to fucking Trump Tower, blew that shit up. He made a political statement. There you go. And the other guy drove through a bunch of fucking people. And he had an ISIS flag in his trunk, right? Now, no matter what, he wanted to kill a bunch of people. And the other guy wanted to, at the very least, hurt a bunch of people with a Cybertruck in front of some Trump Tower. So, I think we know what's going on here. Like, I don't think we really need to do a shit ton of detective work. And I think we know how they became radicalized. The past decade did it to them, at the very least. So, you know, there you go. As far as I am concerned, that's all the important shit with it. Now, if other important shit comes up, well, I have to, you know, think about whether or not I need to talk about that. But as of right now, that's all we got. Dude's Green Beret, the other guy's a guy. And I saw somewhere that the guy in that drove through the people in Louisiana, I had seen that, like, the Airbnb that he was apparently staying at, like, blew up or burned down or something like that. I don't know specifically the details of that, because I kind of saw that and kind of went, I'm going to have to hear more people kind of randomly talk about that before I'm going to really want to say much about that, because I just, I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, because, you know, where I saw it was X. And, you know, the comments all underneath it were like, they're covering the evidence. So, again, I don't know how true that shit is, but I figured throw it out there. Just throw it out there. Why the fuck not? But yeah, other than that, like, that's all the information I think that anybody has right now. So, you know, it only happened 15 hours ago, so, you know what I mean? But, yeah. No matter what, at the end of the day, it's sad. You know, a lot of people get to start their new year with a tragedy. And I'm sure that that's just going to make everybody want to get along. It's like I tell my dad all the time. When your goal is just the destruction of everything, how do you lose? No matter what you do, how do you lose? Like, when your goal is ultimately just to destroy things, how do you lose?